we first heard the story, the both of us were like, a 2-hour car chase in Manhattan. It's like a 2-hour car chase in London. You'd end up in Kent.
And that's, by the way, that's their statement.
But is that accurate? Is that
no, it's not accurate. They didn't have a 2-hour. So their statement is untrue. And they say near catastrophic.
But
actually,
I feel
there was
bad.
no collision with anybody. Nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
It's not a catastrophe. It's not a near catastrophe. What it is them being pursued by paparazzi. People may have a view watching this about paparazzi should never do that. I think the paparazzi are part of the oxygen of celebrity. And if you court the media as aggressively and as thirstily as these two have done, you are going to get a lot of paparazzi attention.
Well, I mean, I felt bad because initially my immediate reaction was sadness, obviously, but also doubt, because a 2-hour car chase in Manhattan didn't.
Well, it's not true, and that's in their statement. So you know half of that immediately is not true.
At the same time, where do they draw the line? Because if you're going to complain about media intrusion, you've intruded into your own life so much. Where do you draw the line? And I think that's what I really struggle with. I feel like these are people that, especially with regard to Harry, they are troubled. They are genuinely troubled.
I think that's right. And I think, here's the thing with them, that they constantly suing. Obviously, I'm involved in a case at the moment with the Mirror, which I can't talk about until it's over, so I won't talk about it. But there are lots of battles. There's like 6 lawsuits on at the moment with Harry suing all the media, right? And it seems to me that they just occasionally, they do a book invading their privacy over 400 pages. They do a Netflix series. And then in between, they're raging about media intrusion.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure the public are wearing that anymore.
I appreciate that point. Clearly, I was one that definitely supported them. I don't in the same way that I initially did. So you're right on that point. But I can happily say that I don't actually think that they are conflating the two things. I think privacy is one thing and defending yourself is another. And so if you write a book and you're trying to defend your name, you're trying to defend all the stories that I've written about you, that's one thing. And then making sure that you have privacy when you're on your way to the shop is another. That's two separate things. So that's what you're talking about. The line, right?
I remember when Diana died, and in the aftermath, everyone hated the paparazzi. And I remember I think it was a premiere in London. I think it was George Clooney. I don't want to speak out of turn about him if it wasn't, but I think it was George Clooney. And he came out and he'd been very disparaging about paparazzi. And he came out and all the paparazzi turned their backs on him at his film premiere.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a real moment where actually a major celebrity went, wow, hang on.
What happens
if
the oxygen of publicity for what I want, my premieres, what if that disappears?
Well, yeah, but Netflix
They are all, whether they like each other or not, they're all part of the same celebrity pie.
Ecosystem. And Netflix wouldn't have been paying him $100 million if it wasn't for the paparazzi, if it wasn't for all the noise that they've created around them.
So he had an opportunity to defend himself, and therefore he was paid as a result.
Though, because I think defense, you have to draw the line somewhere. Defending yourself is publishing a book. Defending yourself is not Oprah and then a series and then a book.
No, I'd actually contest you on that point. The first opportunity for him to defend himself, I think, I don't want to put words into their mouth, but they would arguably say it was Oprah. And then the kind of second defense
Netflix
was
series.
When we had the kind of
entourage of
attack, and then they decided
we've got to leave it here. But I think
the
thing about them is nobody should be subjected to the way they've categorised what happened last night. The issue is, have they categorised it accurately?
Correctly, yeah.
If there were paparazzi bombing down the pavements, endangering people at 80 miles an hour, that's one thing. If that didn't happen and they've oversold it again, then that's a different issue. I think we'll find out. We'll probably see some videos. Thank you to both of you. Appreciate it.